Hello everyone, hello football fans, hello XFL fans, and today I'm going to do my final video of XFL team names. Now of course I have done all 8 teams already, but after listening for the last 10 days of comments and what other people thought, this is what I think the final team name should be for each of these franchises. Now of course this is going to have no bearing on what the XFL is going to do. It's just us and me having a little fun. And there's a guy named Kevin Mayfair, I think his name. He says he's put a lot of thought into what these team names are going to be. He's going to post them tomorrow, so I'm going to do this video tonight because I'm down to see what he's going to say tomorrow. He says, and he's right, Vince McMahon will be original. He's not going to do trademarks, and that's part of his cost cutting, but I mean, this is also Vince McMahon being Vince McMahon. But let's get on to the team names. Now, originally for Houston, I love the Apollos, as in the Apollo space mission from Houston, and I still do. But after listening to the fans, and this video, the first one I put out, got the most views and seemed to get the most comments. A lot of people have convinced me to call them the Roughnecks. That's one of the team names I wanted to give Dallas, but everyone out in Texas says the Roughnecks fits more Houston than it does Dallas because the refineries and there's a lot of oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. So I've seen a lot of Houston fans love the Roughnecks. So hey, listen, they know that area better than I do. They love their Oilers, their old Oilers, so why not call them the Roughnecks? So we'll go with the Houston Roughnecks for XFL Houston. Next is Tampa Bay. I've had a lot of old guys wanting to call them the Bandits again, like the old USFL team, the Bandits. I had quite a few of those people wanting the Bandits. I've also a lot of people wanting to call them the Blazers, the blazing sun of Florida. Again, that's not a bad name at all. But I decided to keep my name on this one. I'm just going to call them the Fire, after what they say the Tampa means. Tampa supposedly means sticks of fire in I think the Calypso Indian tribe. So I'm going to stick to my original name on that for Tampa Bay is the Tampa Fire, but not holding my breath on what these teams are going to be called. Now for Dallas, I am originally called for the Tornadoes. I do like the Tornadoes very much. There isn't a team that I know of called the Tornadoes, but I've got all kinds of good names for this. A lot of people seem like the Cowboy thing of the Herd, the Stampeder, the Cavalry, a lot of these Western names, the Wranglers. But a lot of people also said call them the 45s, which as a gun owner I love very much. I love the 45, and someone else said also call them the Peacemakers, as in the Colt Peacemaker, the revolver that fired the 45 caliber cartridge. So listen, for Dallas I could not come up with one, but I'm willing to go with 3 of them: the Tornadoes, the Peacemakers, or the 45s. But if I had to pick one, even though I'm a good owner, there was a team called the Colt 45s years ago in Houston, and as much as I love that name, I'm going to stick with the Tornadoes on this one. Sorry people, I like the Tornadoes. Now for Washington, XFL Washington, I think my original name, I wanted to either call them the Generals or the Admirals. A lot of people have said call them the Sentinels. I've had a lot of them call them the Guardsmen. I've had the Defenders. I do like the Sentinels, even though that was the old name of the old New York team from the UFL, which I didn't care too much for. It didn't fit New York really, but at least in my opinion anyway. So a lot of people have said Sentinels, well, from that who are from down that area. So listen, I'm willing to change. We'll go with the Washington Sentinels for XFL or Washington. Now let's see what we got next here. I'm sorry. Let's see. St. Louis. I had trouble with this city, but someone came up with a great name. Quite a few people came up with a great name, and they said, "Call them the Clydesdales." That just sold me right away. That was the one name that stuck out with me of all these teams when I got the fan response. The St. Louis Clydesdales, and it makes sense. Anheuser-Busch is a big-time brewer in St. Louis. You've had two baseball stadiums called Busch Stadium. The old football Cardinals or Rams played in Busch Stadium. They've had the Clydesdale logo forever. Why not call them the Clydesdale? The St. Louis Clydesdales. Alright, so we have had Houston, we've had Tampa, we have Dallas, we've had Washington, we have St. Louis. Let's see, we'll go next with Seattle. Yeah, we'll go with Seattle. I'm still sticking with my name too, with the Destroyers. A lot of people came up with a lot of clever ones. A lot of people came up with a lot of dumb ones, and surprisingly, this video got what's the second most of all the watched videos, which surprised a lot of big cities, even LA, New York. The only one didn't pass was Houston, but I'm going to stick with the Destroyers in this one because my dad was a Navy guy. There's a big naval base out there in Everett, Washington. I say still call them the Destroyers. Alright, so let's see. We've had Houston, Tampa, Dallas, Washington, Seattle, St. Louis, LA. I'm still sticking with mine. I'm going to call them the Waves. There isn't a team I know that's called the Waves. Now, people have mentioned also that there was a team years ago, if you remember the old World of American Football, the Sacramento Surge. But I like the Waves better because I don't think anyone has ever used the Waves as a team name. So, since I want to try to be a little original in this video series, just a little bit, I'm going to stick with the LA Waves for XFL Los Angeles. And finally, my team in New York. We've had a lot of good ones here. Also, we've had a lot of real sarcastic ones. Surprise, surprise. My original name was, the two I liked better was the New York Rush, because it's a fast town, and the New York Heroes, named after the fallen firefighters, EMTs, and police officers of the two World Trade Center bombings, as well as the ones that did an excellent job saving the Miracle on the Hudson, the flight that crashed on the Hudson. I'm going to stick with the Heels in this one because I love the way the Arizona Hotshots gave their team name to their fallen wilderness firefighters. I thought that was the coolest thing. Even though I didn't like their color schemes for the uniforms, their logo and their team name was awesome, and the story behind the Hotshots and why it was the best one in the AAF, if you ask me. Even though I was a bigger Commander fan of all the teams in the league, the Hotshots name was the most inspiring. So that's it for this video series. Kevin, I know you're out there. You probably watch this video. I'm looking forward to what you got to say tomorrow. I did a rush up in this video. I was going to wait a little while, but once you told me what you were going to do, I decided I'd just do this one real fast so I can hear what you're going to say. And I am hoping within the next 2 weeks we find out who these team names are and colors and logos, because I am down to get some gear. And I had to bring out some of my old jersey. I have, believe it or not, I have an old He Hate Me jersey from the old Las Vegas Outlaws, which I'll show you, as well as the New York Hitmen jersey. I both got a road one and a home one, home black. So I'm going to do a video of that series and that soon. And listen, we've had some coaching vacancies filled and some personnel vacancies filled. So we'll discuss that in the video anyway. Everyone have a good night. We'll talk to you later. And 8 months and 8 days till kickoff.